Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushai, Ba'Shem, HaKadash. The one is the Apostle GMS. Salutations to you, I can push the word with truth and sincerely. Today I'm going to do a response video to this. The book of Deuteronomy was the inspiration behind America. 700 Club Israel, you know? And they're basically saying that this was the inspiration. The Deuteronomy was the inspiration of America to begin. You know, how the founding fathers of America. It just shows you how, because these are not the real children of Israel. These are imposters in our land. The true children of Israel are you so-called Negroes, so-called Native Americans, and so-called Latinos. They'll take the scriptures, man. And you could go through scriptures and see that the children of Israel were dark-skinned people. You know? And if you go into the Deuteronomy, it shows you that, those curses, they were put upon the children of Israel because they disobeyed the Lord. They didn't follow the statutes and commandments. It said that all these curses will come upon thee. Those fit our people, man. It doesn't fit them. It fits the true children of Israel, which are you so-called Negro, so-called Native Americans, so-called Latinos, man. But I'm going to play the video, and, I'm going to get to the scriptures.
Well, welcome to 700 Club Israel. In just 1 week, America will celebrate its 250th birthday. Well, today we look back at what kindled the sacred fire of liberty. Our founders recognized that our rights are God-given ones. And while our Declaration may have been written in 1776, the ideas that inspired it were written down long before the Revolution.
America stands on the eve of its 250th anniversary. The grand experiment of democracy and liberty has brought freedom and prosperity, the likes of which the world has never seen. The ideas that formed our nation were built on a Judeo-Christian foundation. The biblical belief that all men are created equal in God's image. The idea that moral law is written on the heart. And the conviction that governments exist to secure God-given rights. Our founding fathers drew upon these notions to draft our Declaration, our Constitution, and our laws. As we celebrate this milestone,
it's funny how they say the Constitution and the laws, because they only benefits them. When it comes to the children of Israel, the true children of Israel, it's unjust decrees. The how you call it, justice system is corrupted, man. You know how they deal with us in court? How many Jakes are in jail for lies, or for just because the system is corrupt, and just because Esau could give you a life sentence or do this and that, just because of your color and who you are, man. And right at the bat, they're talking all nice about America and how the founders of America. Where's the other part of how America was built? But they bring in this video, they bring out information, and then there's deceits, because they're talking about that the Lord is dealing with them, and that this is their their book, this and that. But no, you people call yourself Jewish, ish meaning to be like, you are not the true children of Israel. And you call yourself Christian. How you call it Christians? They came here in America, but what did they do to Gad, the so-called Native Americans, man? They slaughtered them. They gave them diseases. They killed, men, women, and children, and old. They didn't care. But if you really get the chance, watch this video, the full video. I'm going to play a little more
Here
of it,
again at a
and I'm
pivotal
going to get straight
moment.
to scriptures.
This country was built for a moral and religious people. Will we remain true to this heritage?
Well,
think
joining
this
us
is their
now for more
heritage,
on
it's
this
not.
is former Congresswoman and for presidential candidate, current Regent University dean.
First of all, the Lord is only dealing with the children of Israel. The Lord said He had not done so. He had not done so with no other nation. And I'm gonna get it's like 2 Samuel 7:24. For thou hast confirmed to thyself thy people Israel to be a people unto thee forever, and thou, Lord, art become their God. So the Lord is dealing with it. The Lord has chosen a people to be special unto Him, and that the Lord is dealing with. The only reason why the Lord dealt with you, Esau, or why He allowed you to capture us and do, all the things you did and have us in captivity, and to this day we are, is because we disobeyed our Lord. We disobeyed our power. So He gave us into the hands of our enemies. We were worshiping idols, not keeping the statutes and commandments, doing wickedness. So the Lord gave us into the hand of our enemies. This is Deuteronomy 7:6. For thou art a holy people, holy means separate, people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto Himself above all people there upon the face of the earth. So this is separate people the Lord has chosen to be a special people unto Him above all people that are upon the face of the earth. So the Lord is dealing with this nation, to the true children of Israel, so-called Negroes, so-called Native Americans, so-called Latinos. He's not dealing with these Amalekites, man, these imposters. These are damn fucking devils, man. The way they're dealing. And plus, if you were the true children of the Lord, then when did this happen to you? This is Jeremiah 17:4. And thou even thyself shalt discontinue from thy heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thy enemies in the land which thou knowest not, for ye have kindled a fire in my anger which shall burn forever. So as you see, it says that there will come a time where we discontinue our heritage that He gave unto us, and they will serve our enemies. When did this happen to you Israelis, because that's what you call yourself, and Jewish? When did this happen to you? When did the Deuteronomy curses happen to you? That will fit us. Even with Issachar and Gad and other places where there's the so-called Puerto Ricans, they found stones written with ancient Hebrew. Even with so-called Negroes, they came over here in ships, like it talks about in Deuteronomy, when it goes into the curses, man. That wasn't talking Egypt. It wasn't going into that. It was talking about in ships, that they will come over here in ships. Because America is spiritually Sodom and Egypt and Babylon. This place is the most wickedest kingdom of all time. But I wanted to go into this because it goes into, America was built in blood. I just looked that up, and you could look it up for yourself. You'll find more information on this. they're trying to take this out of. I don't know if they already have. But they're taking out the true history of how America was built, man. It says America's history involves profound and Semitic violence. The nation creation and expansion were shaped by disappointment and decimation of indigenous populations, the enslavement of millions of African people, and the violent labor and political